What's going on, people? This is Mahal, and right now I'm here joined by the multi-platinum selling artist, producer, whatever you want to call it.
The
Full night in Fazer. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's good, bro? You right, yeah?
Man, I'm good. Well, Faze, first thing, where have you been? You've been away for like the last 2-3 years. Where have you been?
Well, to be honest with you, I've been focusing solely on my production company. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, musically, working with hella artists. I've signed a few artists myself as well. So I've been really focusing on that, and obviously trying to balance the both with family life as well at the same time. So it's been a good couple years working behind the scene, and I think it's finally time for me to start releasing some solo Fazer music. It's been needed, you know what I mean?
Definitely, man, definitely. Well, your new single, I Woke Up. Tell me a little bit about sort of the inspirations behind making that.
Well, the inspiration behind making that record was just about giving, inspiration to people. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have seen the visuals for it or anything like that, but the visuals is about coming from a certain place in your life where you're at, and it could be like a mad background, or you could be from the hood or something like that, and it just goes to show through hard work and ethic you can reach the heights that you want to reach. And so that was the whole thing behind that song. It's an uplifting, positive record. Yeah.
What I got from it is it was quite self-reflecting as well, sort of like a reawakening, because I think there was a few lines where those days where you were broke, those were the days that made you. Like, was that also sort of a bit behind it as well?
No, to be honest with you, that's just something that I live by. Do you know what I mean? And it helps me keep my feet on the ground. I don't get big-headed. I don't start thinking like I'm this next guy. Like, do you know what I mean? So I always keep a real set around me, a real set of people around me and friends and stuff like that. So for me to say that line, having zeros in your bank don't make you. Don't let them numbers play you. It's just something that I live by, innit? Because you know what, certain people can get money and then just get gassed up. Yeah. And they start acting a type of way. They're like, yo, mate, you're different. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anyone to be able to say that for a face, like, you know what I mean?
Every morning at 6:45, saying I won't let you down. Was looking in my daughter's eyes. I wake up early every morning, smoke that line and lemonade. It got me faded while I'm yawning. I wake up.
Sort of the last few singles you put out, I Woke Up, Killer, Back to Fireflies, they all have sort of a different sound to it. Is that sort of you consciously doing that, or is it you just sort of...
I'm a producer and I'm a writer, away from rapping and stuff like that. So I'm very versatile with my sound, you know what I mean? I can get in the studio and do house records for people, Young for Taliso and stuff like that. I can get in and do big massive EDM records, or I can get in and do straight crud, trap. I could do it all, like, do you know what I mean? So for me, it's just not about categorizing myself and being able to put myself in a box, like, really and truly. So the first one, Killer, at the time the EDM thing was bigger than at the time. Big record, it was ahead of its time at the time. Fireflies was just another record. I just wanted to showcase my musical talents. I play piano and stuff like that, so I wanted to do that. But really and truly, I was only releasing those songs because the fans were grilling me. Oh, Fazer, put some songs out, man. D's got some songs out, T's got some songs. Where's yours? We're waiting for an album from you. So I was just like, you know what, keep the fans happy. Let me just put out a couple things. Never really took a solo career serious until now.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, man, got tune in abundance, and I got more tune for them head top as well. I Woke Up's coming down, the next one's gonna be coming up. As that's going down, keep coming up, because you know what? Right now, everyone's seen the record and like, okay, what's he gonna do next? And that's what's most important. It's about what comes next, and each record is better than the one before. So it's a good position to be in.
I swear I'm like a firefly. I require darkness in order to shine. I take the cold days out of this world and make them warm nights by lighting the sky. My dad told me everything changes in time. I know that he was right, it's the way of this life. That's why I try and stay away from losing my cool. Cause I swear my biggest fear is losing it all.
Kind of spoke about how you produce and things like that. Which one do you kind of prefer doing? Because I know you get people that produce and be artists as well. Like, do you know what, I prefer just producing. You get some people that I want to be more in front.
I don't know, it's a hard one. If someone said to me, would you prefer performing or being in the studio? And to be honest with you, I don't know, I think it's equal. Because when you're in the studio and you know you got to smash, like that vibe in the studio, the energies and stuff like that, no amount of money or anything could bring those energies, like, do you know what I mean? So you're in there and you're just vibing, it's crazy in the studio, everyone's going, bruv, it's a smash, just stopping the record and it's like goosebumps and that, and then a couple months later you put that record out and then you go to a show and there's 10,000 people singing your song, that same song, like, it's a different feeling as well to just go like this. and everyone's singing your records
yeah,
back to you. Do you understand? So yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand.
Well, you've kind of been doing sort of the game for so long, like we just kind of spoke about, 15 years. You've been independent, you've signed, you've had sort of both success on both sides, and you've seen people like Stormzy coming up, now independent, Chance doing his independent thing. Do you think the game has kind of shifted where people are not looking to get signed now, they're trying to stick independent?
You don't need to get signed. What can a major record label do for you that you can't do for yourself online? Do you know what I mean? We're in a different day and age now where people can just put out a banging record and get 1 million views in a week. Like, do you know what I mean? And with the right timing and stuff like that. And then people are hitting 1 million views where we go back, I don't know, let's say 7 years ago, to get 1 million views in a week. But like some of the biggest rappers on the underground were getting 400,000 views, and the odd record was hitting 1 million. But now I'm hitting 1 million records, or some even multi-million records, just off their own thing, just putting a record out on YouTube.
So
Man are making careers off the back of that.
it's insane, because even streaming's playing such a big sort of impact in it. You've kind of seen the music scene evolve. As an artist, is it quite hard to kind of stay on top of all these changes?
No, because you know what it is, like I said, like away from myself as an artist, I'm really, really, really vigilant about who I work with, where I work, and what my interests are. Do you know what I mean? So everything I do right now is 100% current. Like I don't feel like my stuff's aged. Like if you listen to the sound, I work with so many artists that my sound is 100% now. Like it's not like, oh, you done a record, it still sounds like he's producing 6 years ago. No, there's levels to this. Like everything is going up, which is a good place to be at.
I want to also kind of talk to sort of you guys about sort of the credit that you deserve, because you guys opened up a lot of doors with N-Dubz. You definitely did. And even when you were doing your solo stuff like Fireflies, that was a smash. But people didn't almost give you the respect that I felt you deserved. Is that quite frustrating sometimes?
It can be, but you know what? At the end of the day, all I know right now is like those last few records, I wasn't really looking to chart or do anything with them. Do you know what I mean? I just put them out because I wanted to put them out. They were like soft releases. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's a frustration, but I'd just say a lot of the stuff slept on. Yeah.
In and out of magazines, load up. What you saying to me, hun? Hold up. You keep saying there's no man above me. Do I love her? But she loves
2017, just dropped I Woke Up. You say you want to keep on putting out more bangers. What more can we expect from you? EP, album, tours?
Basically, to be honest with you, I'm not putting no pressure on myself for no EP, albums. I've got a body of work there. I just haven't compiled it together to call it an EP or an album. I don't know how many songs are on an EP, 4 or 5 songs. But I've got an album's worth of music, so that's like 13 songs. I've shot 3 videos already. First one's already out, I Woke Up. Second one is called Roll Up. It should be coming out in the next few weeks. You should see about that one. And that's for the Stoners as well.
Really good. And sort of last question from me, sort of, what advice would you give to some of the young people out there, probably wanting to grow up to be the next you?
But to be honest with you, just hands-on experience is the best experience, and be in the studios as much as possible, record as many songs as possible, learn your vocal on the mic in a booth. That's the main thing, because you're rapping in the hood, in the block, and just spraying bars to going in the booth and spraying bars are 2 completely different processes. So learn your vocal, your recording vocal, and how you sound on the mic, how to use your voice as an instrument, and then you're good.
It's funny you kind of mentioned that, sort of know your vocals. You get a lot of artists out there who can be the sickest barrers, but they can't write a record for the radio. But it's funny because the shift has happened with streaming, that radio is almost becoming a bit more obsolete.
Listen, streaming now and these places pretty much dictate what radio play. They're looking at the Spotify playlist, they're looking at all your Apple Music and your iTunes playlist and stuff like that, and see who's getting the numbers, and that's how they decide who's going on playlists these days. So streaming's a big part of everything right now.
Definitely. Well, do you know what, Faze? Thank you for taking the time out to speak to me.
Pleasure, man.
Yeah, I know you're going to kill it. I've been supporting you from day one, and I'm just looking to hear more from you.
I appreciate it. Trust me, I won't let you down.
That's good to hear, man.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.